We can choose life, we can choose good, we can be better people anytime we want. You can make today, tomorrow, or yesterday the best day of your life by choosing. I invite you to choose, but you already did it because you're here in this program.
The greatest thing about SAVE is watching these kids get engaged in the programming that we provide here at Pal Delaware. The graduation was, I think, a huge success because, again, it's a culmination of all the things that these kids have been able to do over the last 3 months. And we're getting ready to start the next program, so this has given us some great opportunities to build some excellent stuff going into the future.
The SAVE program is really fun because we got to learn new things that we didn't know. It helped us in life, and the teachers are really nice, and it was just really fun. And the graduation, I liked it how we actually got real diplomas, and the bounce house and the food, it was all amazing.
The SAVE program is an awesome program. It has the capability to empower our youth at their age to give them all the information that they need to identify their peers in trouble, the signs and symptoms of violence and suicide. And the kids here at the POW Center in 12 weeks have learned all that information and have already impacted their community. And it has given them so much courage to be able to speak out and tell an adult, which we train them to do. So we had the graduation today, and we got to honor one of our outstanding students who surpassed the expectations of what it was to be in the program. I encourage everyone to get their youth involved because we can't be in the schools, but the youth can be in their schools.
Anthony Ente with WavLab Studio. Really glad to be a part of this program. Really glad to work with the kids, help with their futures, help bring them a positive energy, a positive vibe. I think the graduation is important. It really shows them that they accomplished something, that they did something and made an impact, and that they can make better decisions.
WavLab Studios has partnered with the Police Athletic League of Delaware to offer a variety of media art classes. I have here with us Geronimo Vanicola, who's going to tell us this unique partnership.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us the details about this partnership. First, what is WavLab Studios?
WavLab Studios, it started off as a recording studio and a production company. It's in West 3rd Street of Wilmington off of Green Hill Avenue. The idea was to cultivate artists, to bring them in, and we started realizing there was a gap in cultivation in Delaware, period. The arts is like missing. You know, you go to Philly, there's art everywhere on the walls, you know, New York. And then we said, you know what, we need to start making a difference. So we started brand development. Okay. And we started working with other organizations. So we linked in with the POW Center.
And let's talk about that. Now, the POW Center is offering this program called SAVE, which is Suicide and Violence Education. So where does WavLab play a part?
Well, we actually linked in with them by, I was working with someone named Dr. Nix. They were in the process of writing contracts with them, and then they heard about our company. So we went in and we started doing music, photography, and videography for the POW Center. So now basically they bought 20 laptops, speakers, equipment, everything that a kid would need to learn music and composition, and it's outstanding.
And let's talk about the SAVE program at the POW Center. Like, how does this incorporate into that goal?
I think the biggest part about it is, and especially in the city of Wilmington, where it's, you know, perceived as being violent, you know, one of the most violent cities in you know, the country. The beautiful thing about art is it's expression, you know, and a lot of people don't know how to fluently express themselves, you know. So when you do music and photography and you draw, that's a piece of your soul. You know, you're giving that energy to the universe and you're expressing yourself in a way that, you know, you couldn't do otherwise.
And what are some of the benefits that you've seen that these children have been able to basically gain by attending the WavLab Studio classes at the Police Athletic League of Delaware?
It boils down to hope and aspiration and desire. You know, some of these kids that are living in these cities, they don't know what it's like to dream or to aspire for, or, you know, to do something great with their life, you know, and know their true potential, you know. And I was actually one of those kids at one point, you know, so being able to give back and, you know, see them bring their dreams into fruition is a dream come true.
So Geronimo, how was that experience? Like, let's talk a little bit about your background and how you kind of laced that into these programs.
Well, I was actually raised in foster care myself. I lived in close to 30-something homes, well, placements from shelters, group homes, this place, that place. And it was hard being a part of a system, you know, and we're human. So we have feelings, we have emotions, and we shouldn't be, you know, systematically condensed, you know, assembly line. We're not cars or products, we're people, you know, and I felt like, you know, I need to build something where people can express themselves, but do it in a structured manner. So that's when I thought, you know what, let's build these programs so they can see that they can dream, you know, and use their imagination every day and not, you know, worry about what the guy's doing down the street making money, looking good. You know, his art, his expression of his clothes may be attractive, but it's not, you know, productive.
And inner city youth are actually more likely to relate to someone who's gone through similar experiences. And now at the Police Athletic League of Delaware, with the classes that you're offering there as well, what is the age group like? Is there a restriction? How can one join? How does that work out?
Well, basically it's for middle school kids now. They open it up. There's like some younger kids that slid in that, you know, their parents wanted them to really be a part of it. But middle school, and all they have to do is submit the report card.
Okay.
It's that easy. Like.
And about how many times a week is the class?
It fluctuates because we have like a schedule, and there's other programs, part of the SAVE program.
Oh, okay.
So that's a major part of it.
Oh, so this is just one entity?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because it's, you know, suicide and violence, you know, prevention. So we're trying to incorporate, you know, anti-bullying. You know, Sherelle Diamond, she does that. And there's just a whole bunch of other athletics, obviously, because the PAL has the basketball and everything. So, you know.
Now let's talk about the core groups that are actually taught in the classes. You said photography, video production. I know you do a little bit about business too, music business. Can you go into detail?
Music composition. Well, from the gate, what started all this is that I'm a composer. I produce music. That's what I do for a living. But then I thought, you know what? These kids can learn it. You know, at their age, think about it. You know, I started music when I was 25. I'm 29 now. They can start when they're 15, you know, and develop their business. So we have music composition, photography, videography, and then what we're doing now is basically making sure that they complete a project.
Okay.
You know, because it's one thing to teach the craft, but what are we getting done?
Right.
And that's what we're teaching them this semester.
And do you tend to see that you're piquing some of these children's interest and they actually want to do this in college and, and so on?
The goal is, we call that portion WavLab Academy. So basically, we're just teaching people the art of energy, you know, and how to, you know, shift it. You know, if I want to do this or I want to do that, how can I take an imaginative idea, a concept that hasn't been done yet, and bring it into action? And that's what dreaming is.
Yes. And what can we look forward to in regards to WavLab Studios and the Police Athletic League of Delaware, any other organizations that has been part of this unique dream?
So much. There's so much. I mean, I'm excited because we're partnering up with other organizations now. The WBC, we do brand development for them now. They're doing a great job with educating WavLab Studios.
WBC is the Women Business Center.
Women Business Center. Jessica, she's doing a great job with that. We did their logo, and we're actually doing a video for them in the SBA. So that's part of brand development as well, because it's one thing for us as people, you know, to express ourselves, but businesses are separate entities, and they have to have a perception, and that's what branding is.
Okay, so if a child wanted to join, if a parent or a grandparent wanted to get their child involved, like what do they need to do?
Basically, they can call their local PAL center, whichever one's closer to them. We're actually in 4 locations.
Can you tell us what locations?
Yep, we're in Hocassin, Belvedere, Garfield Park, and Delaware City.
Wonderful.
So those programs are each one of those locations, and the parents can just take their kid there and just sign them up.
And don't forget that you have your own studio here too, WavLab Studio here.
I have a production company, I have a recording studio, I have a photographer, web designer, anything an artist or a business would need to just build up their portfolio.
And I know you have a lot of interns too that get interested in working.
I have about 9 of them ready to go this summer, so I'm excited. And I want to give them something to do, something they're proud of, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you coming out.
It's an honor. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And on behalf of all of us here at WITN 22, I'm Yesenia Taveras. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.